Well, it was almost a year to the day since my wife Jolene shot her first bull moose from the Bullwinkle stand. This is one of the stands we have near our home in Hinton, Alberta. Now, my brother and I had told Jolene that she better enjoy this bull moose because it's unlikely she's going to get a bigger one with her bow anytime soon. And it didn't take very long, about a year almost exactly, for her to prove us wrong. It was day 3 of our hunt. It was a foggy and cool morning. I was at Rick's stand, my brother Jason was at the V stand, and Jolene, as usual, was back at the Bullwinkle stand. About 45 minutes after first light, things started to happen.
I just killed a bull moose. A huge bull moose. Oh my God. I didn't think it was gonna come together. Oh my. can see him. Yes. He went down. Yes. Oh my God. He's not even 80 yards from me. Oh, and he's down. I just killed a bull moose. Well, I knew I did, but I hadn't heard him. Oh, it was a tight shot. I tried to get my bow drawn. You'll be able to hear it on the camera, and I couldn't get it back, and I thought for a second it was because I was too cold, or these brand new clothes I have on. And I took some deep breaths, and he actually heard the tree move, so I just stood really still. We had a staring contest for about 3 minutes, and he backed straight up, and I thought he was gonna get ready to leave, but he hung out for a bit and took some drinks, and I took some deep breaths and really, really had a self-talk about using those back muscles, and the minute I figured he was turning again, I drew my bow and got a great broadside, slightly quartering away, like 14-yard shot. Oh, I knew it was a good shot as soon as it hit my arrowhead. Good penetration, right behind the shoulder, halfway up his body, maybe a little bit higher. I could tell by the way he slowly ran away and was breathing that it was a done deal. And I'm going to confirm, but I'm pretty sure my GoPro worked. Yep, recorded for 3 minutes, so that's awesome. Or 19 minutes actually, I think. Hopefully that worked. Anyways, I've got a bar reception. I need to get a hold of the guys. By the way, reception just left. It's 8:30. I guess I don't have to whisper anymore. It's 8:30 on Friday, September 15th. It's 1 day short of my anniversary, killing a huge bull moose here last year. This guy's bigger, I think. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of work. This is not a small bull moose at all. But I guess what I'm going to do is go take some footage of on the ground, and then drive to go get the boys. So good job, Jojo. I am stoked.
Jolene just texted me, and she's got a bull moose down. I just had a bull elk come in and win me at about 20 yards, and I was just being sad about that, and I got this text from Jolene, so it's my wife.
It's our day. It's Friday, I think.
Yep.
And it's probably around 20 after 10, and Erin and I are just packing up, heading back to camp to meet Jolene because she just shot what she called a huge bull moose. So,
Which has us worried because
yeah,
last year it was a huge bull moose. So we're assuming that it's going to be bigger.
last year it was a bull moose and it was huge.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's a massive bull.
Yeah.
Do you shoot another moose bigger than mine?
I sure did. This moose might be bigger than the moose I shot last year. Look at that. It was a perfect shot. He could barely run away out of the lick. Congrats. And I heard him going, and I was like, that's a good sign. And then he slowly walked away, and I'm like, but he's not going down. He's not going down. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I can see him. And I had the camera on me, and I'm like, I can see him. So I turned the camera around, and he had actually turned around and kind of headed back in, but he was doing like this. And then he was still going like, and then I just saw him go, and then I was like, wow!
Well, we got our pack boards and saws and knives together, and we headed down to get Jolene's moose. It's about a kilometer walk, mostly downhill, that you don't really notice on your way in, but you really notice on your way out when you're packing out a moose.
So these are his prints. He was standing like this, facing me, and he just took this step right here, and that's when I drew, and then he turned his whole body like that, and that's when I nailed him. And then he walked this way, and this way. And he died right there.
Woohoo! I don't think he's as big as your last bull.
You don't?
No.
Really? I think this guy's wider. Wait till you see how
he's got a broke. Oh.
No, it's not broken.
Oh, just.
Wait till you see how wide he is.
I think he's wider. I think you're right.
Yeah, because I could barely get my hips through him last year when I carried him, and this is way wider.
Yeah.
So he's going to measure bigger.
You think? Yeah. What do you think? Yeah. Holy cow.
I don't remember that one.
Look at the arrow.
Other one much,
look at the arrow.
I think it's bigger.
Wider anyway. That is a perfect shot.
Yep. I knew it as soon as it hit. I was like, fuck yeah. I didn't say that to the camera though.
You have now.
Oops. Oops. It's not pointing at me. Well, it's deja vu. It's Friday, September 15th, and I just shot another bull moose almost exactly a year later on the Bullwinkle stand. This guy came in this morning about 10 to 8. He was grunting just like the bull last year, so I had an opportunity to get both cameras going and stand up and take some deep breaths. He came into the lick dead facing me, and I thought he was going to stay that way. Wasn't quite sure I'd have a shot. I did try and pull my bow back at one point, and he heard me, so I settled and just let him stare at me for a while, took a few more deep breaths, and the minute I thought he was going to turn broadside and head out, I drew back as fast as I could and released like 6 seconds later and got a perfect behind the shoulder shot, and watched him go down and got to film that on camera. So I knew he was dead, and I knew where he was, and knew it was going to be easier. Took about a couple hours to get a hold of the guys, but here we are, and once again, so is Jason.
Jason and I are the packers. Well, actually, I might not be today.
You might not be today.
No.
Feel bad about that.
Scott did fall over. Yeah, I'll just go slow.
You're
like
gonna have one big log to get up over that's up there.
Good work. 110-pound woman, 70-pound moose. Well, that was the second moose we'd gotten in 5 days of hunting, so we had a lot of butchering to do. Over the course of a couple of days with Jolene, my brother, her dad, and other family, we butchered 2 moose and a deer. We made 200 pounds of hamburger, 150 pounds of sausage. So all in all, it was another great moose season.